Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video will be starting a new sketchbook. I got this sketchbook from Strathmore. It's the mixed media one. It's 100% cotton, so hopefully that will be nice for watercolor and wet media. We'll start with the most exciting part, which is decorating the sketchbook. I got some stickers from a few artists that I saw in the flea market when I went with my friend. They're cute. Stay Home Club, and it's very cute. I got this one, also Stay at Home Club, which is so cute. I think this was a freebie. I already have this one that I put on. I got it also from like a local pop-up store. I have more stickers that are like generic, I guess, from other pop-up stores that I might use, but I think I'll start with the ones that I have now. We got these. I think I'll put this one and this one at the bottom, and I think I'll start with this. I think I'll put it here actually, and then I can have these here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I also really like this. I think I'm gonna cut it out. Or here. We need something small, so I'll check these out. Especially this one. This one's really cute. They're like this. I think I like how it is looking now. And this one, Home Club. Just like a mini version of it. I like how this looks. I also want to do like my own little folder here. I was thinking of sticking this one on. I think I might just cut it. I'll stick it on here. From sciencecobs.com. I think I'll put this here. Since this sketchbook doesn't really have anything to hang it on, I think I might just punch a hole here and hang that chain there. I made a keychain with 3 different parts. The first part is the one you're seeing right now, and I just had these like wood beads that I got from the dollar store, I think. Basically, I threaded them and then tied a knot after each bead so that they stay in place. The second part of the keychain was this cute felt character of Susu, and it's my first time working with felt, so I thought glue gun would work, but it actually didn't work. Like, the pieces did not stick together, so I ended up wasting a lot of time trying to get them to stick, and then I realized that I just had to sew them together. Yeah, so don't waste your time and just go straight into sewing them together. For the third piece of the keychain, I just crocheted this 4-leafed clover. Once the three pieces of my keychain were ready, I connected them together using these jump rings and then attached them to my sketchbook. So to paint the cup of tea, I mixed some cadmium red and cadmium orange as well as some burnt sienna, and I let them blend together naturally on the wet surface of the paper. Later on, I mixed a bit of Van Dyke brown and ultramarine blue for the grays, and for the shadows, I added burnt sienna to that mix to make it a little more intense. And at the end, I used pencil colors to draw in the highlights and to bring everything together. For some reason here, I lost track and I wrote December again for the finish date. And for the goals, I didn't really have too many, and I also don't really like putting too many goals because I tend to paint what I want rather than like following a specific goal. So later in the video, I did cover it up with a prompt list that I can refer to down the line just for inspiration. For the first spread in the sketchbook, I just used some watercolor and pencil colors, and I had this cute sketch of two friends walking, and I also painted one of my plants. I really like the first layer of the plant in watercolor, and I wish I didn't go over it with shadows. I feel like it was a lot more bright. I wanted to add more definition, but I feel like that took away from how colorful it was. And I could have added the shadow with pencil colors instead. So I might test that out in a different spread and see how it looks. And for the other page, I feel like I struggled to get the expressions right, but overall I really like the vibe, especially the background. I use this multicolored pencil to draw the stars in the background. I think it turned out super cute. The second spread is actually on the third page, but chronologically speaking, I did it the second, so I'm putting it as the second. And it's just a simple flower collage and a quick landscape painting that I made with water-based markers and pencil colors. And I think I'll finish this one in this vlog. I have a rough sketch. And yeah. So these are the colors I'm going to use. I'm blending them with water. I saw someone mention that you can use a colorless alcohol marker to blend out pencil colors. So I tried it for the background, but it didn't really work. And at the end, I just used some acrylic markers to make it a little more blended. Hello everyone! It is the 1st of January, so I don't know when you guys will see this video, but Happy New Year! I'll be finishing this one. I'll use acrylic markers. This is just like a random brand that I found in like an outlet store. I think I'll start with the flowers. There's like shades like these. These Sharpie acrylic markers are very nice. The colors flow very nicely. These ones were a lot cheaper, but they're just a bit dry. So the way I work with acrylic markers is very similar to alcohol markers. I start with the lightest shade, and every time I use a darker shade, I would go back with the first lighter color and blend it out while it's still wet. This is especially in areas where I wanted to have like a softer edge. I find acrylic markers really easy to use, and they're such a fun medium, especially for like sketchbook spreads. So initially I wasn't too happy with the purple color that I chose for the girl in the first page. But when I used acrylic markers in very similar shades in the other page for like the duck and the candy box, I felt like it looked a lot more cohesive and I was a bit more happy with the final result. I'm gonna color the sweets here with pencil colors, and I think I'll also color the little duck with pencil colors. So I'm using this shade, and this shade. I'll probably use some sort of blue for the duck, or maybe green. Alright guys, this is the last drawing that we finished together. This one was definitely not a win, but I learned that using alcohol marker to blend color pencils is not a good idea. I did go over them with some acrylic paint and they look a lot more blended, but overall I think the colors are not as soft as I wanted them to be. But this is such a cute little page. I like it. This is also really nice. I love the stars. I did a little bit of a plant. And the final one we did together was this cute little collage. I don't know if they call it collage or like paper art, I guess. I didn't film this, but I used my water-based markers and I kind of blended them out with water, and then I went over them with some colored pencils. And yeah, this is really cute too. Oh, I was gonna add, I didn't have goals here, but I was gonna stick a prompt list that I had. Let's do that now actually. So I got this book the other day and it talks about like being creative with watercolor. It has a lot of cute little doodles. I like the style of this artist, but it also talks a lot about being creative and just go of your perfectionism. And she has like a prompt list here for like a 30-day drawing challenge, and I have like anything inspiring to draw, I'll just kind of refer back to it. So I'm gonna write it down and stick it on my sketchbook. There you go. And that's all for today's video. I hope you guys found it inspiring, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!